Another reading. This is going to be a reading for sign of Aries. Aries, what we got going on? Some unusual changes. All right. Could be a breakthrough for some of y'all. You guys may have some type of aha moment that comes your way. All right. So this may be a chance for you guys to start doing things totally different. Some of y'all going to be healing insecurities or becoming aware of some type of insecurities that you guys may have had. But it's going to be a breakthrough when it comes to that. All right. So you guys may not be needing as much, let's say, reassurance. You guys may not be needing as much emotional. So I don't know. For some reason, I was gonna say you guys may not be like really looking for emotional compatibility. This may be unusual to y'all, or you may be dealing with people who you guys feel like you wouldn't have emotional compatibility with. And they may be like making you realize that certain stuff that you do need and certain stuff you don't need. All right. So you guys may be like unusually expressing your feelings. This may get a relationship or a connection off the ground. Could be dealing with a earth sign or air sign. Also, an opportunity that was maybe missed in the past is going to become coming back around or being represented to you guys. You guys may also be coming up with like innovative ideas, different ways to express yourself. So this may be a time where you guys feel a lot more creative, feel a lot more inspired, feel a lot more renewed, refreshed. All right. So a situation is about to pan out for you. It's going to make you happy. All right. This could be with somebody who feels like family. All right. Or somebody who's like gives you like this childlike wonder. Some of y'all maybe somebody you guys felt like ignored you or didn't see you the first time. They're going to give you a second glance, a second look. One of those. That's what, look at me and look at this. This right here. That is the move. I'm telling you. So they're going to look at you twice. Whoever this is going to look at you twice. All right. So they may have seen you before. Now they're seeing you again. Two of wands. Then you're going to get this two of wands in reverse. Then they're going to be a lot more focused on you. You're going to have this person's let's say unbridled passion or unbridled attention. All right. Somebody else, maybe somebody works in the legal field or works in the law field, or somebody who maybe it was a one-sided connection with at one time because it didn't get off the ground. Could be a Gemini, could be a Scorpio, Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Aries, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Leo. Could be one of these signs. So somehow you guys had a one-sided connection with, or you may have felt had did you wrong at some point. The second look is the hook. That's going that's what's gonna happen. So some of y'all gonna be having this like where maybe you guys once were insecure around something, you're not gonna be insecure about it anymore. You know what I mean? Some of y'all could just be of like being yourself, being a lot more outgoing, being a lot more childlike. Because this is somebody who's like who has that type of energy. So when they come around, they kind of inspire that in you. All right. So this could be like you guys get on the same path now. You know, it's maybe like somebody who you guys went on like a detour. Maybe they went on a detour, something like that. You're gonna have some type of unexpected breakthrough with them. You know, and a detour could just like we're at two different stages in life. You know what I mean? That might have been what it was. You guys were maybe at two different stages in life. But I get you guys getting the connection off the ground. All right. So they may try to present an opportunity that they feel like they should have offered you guys in the past. All right. So this is somebody who wants to make good on something that they made. Maybe they didn't keep their word with you at one point. So there's maybe somebody who wants to like make up for that. Because this could be somebody who's going to express some type of insecurity or some type of vulnerabilities with you. And it could be something that they had harbored for a while because of the moon. The moon sometimes the moon in this deck doesn't have to do with obscurity, but I was just thinking about that, especially with the Chiron. This could be somebody who didn't know how you felt or didn't know how they were feeling, couldn't really put their feelings into words. So this may be somebody who like reacts with passion, reacts with like trying to make situations better by maybe being more fun, maybe being a little bit more open, maybe being a little bit more cordial, maybe being a little bit more pleasant. All right. So that may be what you notice because the nine of swords is here, which means that you're going to realize something. It's a self-realization about you, but also a self-realization about a situation at large, how things have like played out for a while and why they were playing out this way. Some of y'all may recognize patterns that's maybe like, okay, that's why Chiron is here or Chiron, yeah. So it could have been one of those because sometimes Sharon has to do with you learning from insecurities, stuff that you struggle with for a while. Sometimes it could be like childhood. This could be like an old version of yourself that you were always seeing yourself as. You're not that version anymore. So this situation that's coming about is not just one person. This may be multiple situations where like you're doing things different than how you would have done them before. You may have a lot more focused passion. You may be able to get projects, ideas off the ground. You may be able to take a lot more initiative where maybe you were once afraid. You know what I mean? Maybe you're not as nervous around anybody anymore. You know, because The justice of reverse can also just be you being your more unapologetic self. You know what I mean? Like really just being authentic to who you are, but finding a lot of confidence in it. So it may make you guys look younger. It may make you feel younger. You know what I mean? Like you may appear to never age. I'm not saying that you don't age. I'm just saying like you may appear not to in terms of like your energy, your spirit, how people perceive you. You know what I mean? Where they just kind of feel like you're a soothing force whenever you're around. They feel inspired. They feel more vitality. Or you're gonna notice this from the people that you keep around you. Like when they show up, I start feeling like this. So you may, you know what I mean? So there could be, like I said, some of y'all there's a desire to meet up with y'all, all right, especially with the like the nine of swords, like people have been wondering or worrying about you guys. Some of y'all they've been worrying that it's over between y'all, like fully over, that this won't go anywhere. You know, maybe your attention has been elsewhere. Because that's what the feeling I'm getting is like your attention or their attention has been elsewhere. So you may have felt, like I said, some of y'all may have felt this person was ignoring you, or this may be somebody who you guys were strategically ignoring, like I mean strategically ignoring, who's going to be trying to get your attention soon. They'll try to make up with y'all and get the connection off the ground. All right. So it's intended to be an offer that's too good to like refuse. You know what I mean? So you guys may be in your head at first about it. You know what I mean? Like, should I or are they taking advantage of me? Or you know what I mean? Because something has changed. Like there's a drastic change that's happened with you. And you're going to start realizing it about yourself, though, because of these interactions that you have. Because these are going to be with people who you had one-sided relationships with, or people who some of y'all could have used their status, their I don't know, authority against you. You know what I mean? Or could have used, I don't know, sometimes like the emotions, the feelings that you have for them against you to their benefit. You know what I mean? So you're going to become aware of like why that may have happened, or why they may have treated you that way, or why they may have said those things about you, or why they may have like slowed the connection down or didn't put as much effort, or you know what I mean? It just becomes clear. But like I get you guys not being so worried about it afterwards, like realizing why it was like that. But then okay, now I'm gonna be who I am now because because you were being who you were. It's my turn now. So I get you guys getting some type of payback or some type of vindication on your end. You know what I mean? If the story's the other way around, then you know what it is. All right. But anyway, could be dealing with Aquarius, Libra, Leo, Cancer, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, what? Scorpio, Aries. All right. So anyway, Aries, that was y'all reading. Thank y'all for being here. Thanks for rocking and rolling. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.